Yo, guys, we're back again today, and today we're back with Raheem. We're having another conversation, another talk, and today the subject, let's just jump right into it. Yo, you're looking nice today, man.
Yo, you too, man.
Thanks, man.
Something different about you. What is it?
I don't know.
Did you get a haircut?
No, I didn't get a haircut, yo, but yeah, boy, your boy got some new specs out here. Let's just say what it is, you know what I'm saying? I got some new glasses, and they're really dope, and they're from the 70s, and I really like them. But today, I appreciate the compliment. Today, we're going to be talking about where we want to go in Africa, in the motherland. And you have as much time as you want to say as many places as you want. Well, not every place, but a lot of places. So let me ask you the first place, like, where do you want to go in Africa and why?
The first place, surprise.
Surprise. Oh, man, I already know where this is going.
I want to go to my homeland. I want to go to where I'm from, which is Somalia, East Africa. I miss it. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. It's been a long time. You know, there's a lot of conflict there right now, but it's a beautiful place.
Of course.
Beautiful waters, beautiful. We're on the Horn of Africa, so we're right next to the Indian Ocean.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. That's the first place I go.
I mean, and you know the dope thing about it too is that Somalia. I have a lot of people, a lot of you guys subscribers out there. You guys send me like videos and pictures of Somalia in like the 70s and 80s. When it was like really beautiful. I'm not saying it's not beautiful now, but before conflict and all that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? I mean, well, I would say in between conflict, you know? Mm-hmm. So, but I would also love to go visit Somalia. Man, like to drink sheh and eat like basto and bris with some fish on the side of the ocean, like man, that would be so dope. Like at a cafe. Yeah. Don't they have like cafes, like a lot of cafes, like
course,
in like different parts of Somalia?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Where?
I mean, that's we drink tea, we love coffee, we love asaria, like it's like a midday snack. You know, people go to these places and they'll have like little like kaka and ma'ans. Yo, am I Somali yet, man? When I get my certificate, it should be like I want my card to be blue with the white star in it. Are you Somali? I'm gonna tell you this after right now. You've been Somali.
You've been there.
You've been there.
No, but I agree. I would like to also go to Somalia too. And there's a lot of things. I would love to see the Indian Ocean, like from Somalia. And I would love to go to the coast. And I would like to see like a lot of the places that I talk about, you know, a lot of like the ancient like forts and statues and like different like sites in Somalia, you know. There's a lot of places. So I agree. I'm pretty sure I knew that you was going to say Somalia first.
Where would you go?
To be honest with you, there's a lot of places I would love to go. I think the first place that I would go when I go back to Africa would probably be Angola. Like I have a big thing for Angola. I would love to go to the capital of Angola. I used to have a friend that she was in Angola, and her husband used to write me all the time. They watch my YouTube channel. I haven't talked to him for maybe about 7 or 8 months, but she was telling me that I could buy a lot of cacao or people probably know it as cocoa, like cocoa.
What chocolate's
fields. Yeah, like
beans.
what chocolate's made of, like, you know, chocolate bean fields, basically, essentially. And when I've seen like the capital of Angola on the internet and like just what people told me, to me it reminds me of like the Miami of Florida. I mean, you know, I said Miami of Florida, the Miami of Africa, but Miami, Florida, the capital of Angola reminds me of like Miami, but in Africa, you know. So I think in Angola, and I'm pretty sure Angola is considered to be Central Africa, not West Africa, Central Africa. I would really love to go to Angola. There's a couple monuments and a couple of ethnic groups in Angola that I would love to see, especially southern Angola, you know, near Namibia, and you know, like just a whole bunch of different ethnic groups that I would really love to visit. And there's a lot of beautiful landscape in Angola.
Absolutely.
You know, obviously it's right next to the Congo, you know, both of the Congos. Well, one Congo's up here, one Congo, which I was confused. I don't know why, but Angola,
the Republic of Congo, the
Democratic Republic, word.
Yeah.
And then I think Namibia, I would like to say is like under it or like somewhere around there.
Southeast.
Word.
Could be wrong.
Word. So I think Angola would probably be the first place that I would like to go. What's another place that you would like to go?
I would love to go to Mauritania.
Mauritania, here's a funny story about Mauritania before you said that. I never knew there was 2 countries in Africa that I never knew how to pronounce. Is it Malawi?
You're talking about Mauritius?
No, Malawi, the one that's like in Southeast Africa, like East South Africa, like.
I'm not sure how to pronounce that either.
Well, I used to say Maui, and it's actually Malawi.
Malawi.
So
I thought Malawi was a language. Maybe it's a language and a.
It might be.
Oh.
It might be, but. The thing about it is that I always used to pronounce that wrong, and man, you don't even want to. I used to call it Mauritania. I used to call it Martiania, like something. And then when the first time the person told me how to pronounce Mauritania, I was like, this is the most sexiest, most mythical, like most ancient type of name, like Mauritania.
Yeah.
Like it just sounds like there's gonna be like a whole bunch of like forest and like ancient creatures and like people like it. I don't know. It's like something that was so amazing to me. But anyways, why do you want to go to Mauritania?
So one of the things about Somalis is, we're a desert, somewhat of a desert people, right? So
you guys are.
We're like nomadic, right? So I love, for whatever reason, like I just grew up with a love and an admiration for sub-Saharan Africa. You know what I'm saying? So like I just something about the desert and there's a very ancient group of demographic that lives there, like old Africans, and they speak Arabic. And one of the things I love about Mauritania, because I love the Arabic languages, these are like the preservers of like an ancient classical Arabic. And so I just love it because I think that they live a very simple lifestyle, similar to how Somalis live in the what's called the Badia, which is like the non quote unquote civilized area. So you live in
like rural area.
Exactly, agricultural and things like that. So
why are you making me excited, man? Like that whole explanation got me so excited. I'm like, I want to go to Mauritania too.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. Like the desert and just the simple lifestyle and how clean and beautiful that natural way of living.
You actually took that on my brain, because that was like the seventh or like sixth or seventh place in Africa that I wanted in my head that I was going to say. So thank you for jacking my idea. Yo, my next place, which is very close to there, is Senegal. Senegal is another place that I want to go so bad. I love Akon, especially when he like was back in the early 2000s, even in the 90s. I love Akon, and like when I found out that Akon was from Senegal, I don't know really what ethnic group he is from in Senegal, but just the culture of Senegal, man. One thing I have to say about all Senegalese people, I can't speak for every ethnic group in Senegal, but from the different ethnic group or people from different ethnic groups in Senegal, one thing that they all share, I feel, and I could be wrong, is that they're all very kind. There's never been any person from Senegal that I've ever met that I hated. You know what I'm saying? Like every person from Senegal, I always loved, like the men, the women, like, and men, have you ever seen Senegalese women? They are beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
And the food, remember when we went to that one restaurant? They gave me an entire fish.
Yeah,
I ordered fish and they gave me an entire fish. I was like, remember how long it took me to eat that?
Yeah.
And I took my time. It was so good. Yeah.
I love
the food there. It's incredible.
I love Senegalese. Like, son, actually, outside of Ghana and Nigerian food, the first food that I ever was introduced to was Senegalese food. Mm-hmm. And I really like Senegal, and like even like Senegal, Morocco, like around that area, like, those places like Mauritania, those places are really, I think those are places that are not as known or not as like looked at in Africa the same way I feel like Southern East Africa is, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Rwanda and Burundi, like most people in the world don't even know.
I like the way, with the word you use, you call them hidden gems.
Yeah, they're hidden gems. There's hidden gems. So it's okay, guys. Act like you never heard it, because I have to go there and do some business. I want to do it on the low. I want the hidden gems. But Senegal is another place that I want to go. Where's somewhere else in Africa that you want to go?
Where else do I want to go? I want to go to Mozambique.
Mozambique.
There's a part of Africa. It's a small island in the southeast. What is that island called?
Off of like Tanzania. We gotta say Tunisia, or I call it
Tanzania. Right?
Yeah, I call it Tanzania.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's I think it's Mozambique.
I know. I mean, what I'm saying is that it's in that area.
It's in the area. Exactly.
Word. Yeah. So the only islands that I know, I think there's 3 or 4 islands that are in the Indian Ocean. The only ones I know is off of the coast of Tanzania, which is obviously Zanzibar, and then, is it Zanzibar? No, Madagascar.
Madagascar. Yeah.
Madagascar.
I'm sorry, not Mozambique.
Oh, Madagascar is what you meant. I want to go to Madagascar too. This is one we can definitely both. I mean, I want to go to all of them, but the reason I don't mean to cut you off, I want to go to Madagascar. I mean, of course, I didn't even know about Madagascar. Like, I think a lot of people don't know about African islands, to be honest with you, and I'm not gonna front. Like, I learned about Madagascar through the Disney movie Madagascar. Like, I didn't know anything about Madagascar. I didn't even know it existed. Just like I didn't know Cape Verde existed on West Africa. Like, there's a lot of islands that exist.
Right.
So, to make a long story short, is what I'm trying to say is that Madagascar has some of the oldest plant life in the whole world. Some of the oldest animals in the whole world.
You literally took the reason out of my mouth.
I'm sorry.
That's exactly why. Yeah, I was.
And some very unique. I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off. Some very
you
ancient people that like migrated from Africa to East Africa and then went over there. You know what I'm saying? So my fault, but go ahead.
No, you said it way better than I did. So basically, one of the things that I learned about was, I learned about all these animals, and they're like, species discovered in Madagascar. And I'm just like, what is this? It's like a portal to another dimension. Like
exactly.
But you said it so well. You said that it's one of the oldest places, and it makes sense because if life originated in East Africa, it makes sense for a lot of the oldest animal life, Animalia, to be in that region. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely agree, and I also think that when you go and you see someplace like Madagascar, I want to say that they got the Tree of Life from Lion King there. I don't know, like that's at Disney in Florida. I want to say they really got the Tree of Life from there. Could be wrong. They might have got Tree of Life from inland Africa, but I want to say, for some reason, I want to say they got it from Madagascar. But Madagascar has some of the oldest trees in the world. Some of the most weird looking trees, not weird in a bad way, but like weird. It looks like it's a different planet. Right. When they film a lot of these movies in space and stuff, a lot of times they go to Africa, in certain regions of Africa that look like they're out of this world. That's not like normal, like the acid fields in like Ethiopia, like the far region and stuff like that. That looks like it's Mars. Like you have yellow acid and stuff popping off the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like, which brings me to, are you
trees without? There's a special kind of tree. It's like it grows without leaves. Like it's just it's unique.
So yeah, it's definitely very, very beautiful. Now, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but my next place that I would love to go to is Ethiopia. I have to go to Ethiopia. Eritrea, Ethiopia. Let's just put them in the same, as the same place for me. I know how some people feel about that, but for me, that's the region for me. So Ethiopia and Eritrea, I will always put them together. And I would love to go to both countries. Now, in Ethiopia, I would love to go to Addis Ababa. Of course, it's the capital city. Very, very nice looking men, very, very gorgeous women, good food. Whenever I watch Ethiopian movies, and I watch a lot of Ethiopian movies, I always look at Addis Ababa. A lot of movies are shot in Addis Ababa, and Addis Ababa, to me, it looks so beautiful. It's so tropical. If you see a shot from the whole city from the background, like it's hilly, and it has palm trees, and it has the city, and it has beautiful women walking around. I mean, how could you be mad at that? And I mean, it's somewhere I really want to go. I want to go because obviously it's a place where a lot of different ethnicities or ethnic groups in Ethiopia come to meet because it's a big city. Also like Gondar, places like Gondar too, right? Gondar has a very long history of, I want to say Lalibela Church is one of the most oldest churches. Lalibela, the rock church in the ground, is in Gondar. But I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure the Lalibela Church, the rock church in the ground, that's over thousands of years old, is in Gondar, I want to say. But I don't know for sure, but if somebody correct me. But I want to go to Gondar to see that. They have a festival in Gondar. I don't know what the festival is. One of my homeboys told me about it. But a lot of people that are, I think, Orthodox Christian, I want to say, they come together and they have like this huge festival and they tape it and they dance and they have food, like thousands of people. So I want to go there. I also want to go to the Afar region in the north. Because I mean, come on, I love Afar, I love the Afar tribe, I love the Afar ethnic group. At one point, I was like, I'm going to marry me a Afar girl, a dark-skinned Afar girl with long hair. Son, that was one of my dreams at one point. Not saying it's still not, but that was one of my dreams at one point. So I love Afar women and men. I love the Afar culture. I love the jewelry, the nose jewelry. I love how Afar women, at least from my perspective, I could be wrong, are warriors. Like I have a Afar song where in the video, the girl is dancing next to the guy with like an AK-47 and she has a long sword. Like, we gonna go to war together. Like, I'm gonna go with my husband, you know what I'm saying? Like, that, I love that. Like, I want a girl that's gonna go to war with me, you know what I'm saying? So I would love to go to the Afar region in the north. And then if we take it back down south near Somalia, I would love to see the Oromo. I want to go to the Oromo region because I want to see, I love the Oromo traditional dress. I love the tree. That's how I know it's Oromo, because I always see the big tree and I'm like, you're Oromo. You know what I'm saying? And as well as their traditional clothing. I love the shoulder dance. I don't know exactly who originated the shoulder dance in Ethiopia, but I want to say it's very up there as far as contenders. I want to say the Oromo is the one that started it, but I could be wrong about that.
Well, somebody's going to get old. They're even older than the Kushites, the Afar, and the Ethiopians. Right?
Word. So I could be wrong about that. Somebody's probably going to choke my neck like the Oromo didn't do it. I didn't say the Oromo did start it. I'm just saying that I don't know if that's a national dance that everybody did, but I'm pretty sure the shoulder dance came from a certain ethnic group or 3 or 4 ethnic groups in Ethiopia, and then everybody else started to do it. But there's other dances as well. So I want to go to Ethiopia. Also, in Ethiopia, I want to go to the acid fields, or I forget what it's called, but it looks like it's on a different planet where acid pops up. It's in the far region, and I think that's where Ethiopian opal comes from. My jeweler is actually supposed to make me a copper ring with Ethiopia opal in the middle. So I want to go to that area too. I forget, it's called like the acid fields or something in northern Ethiopia in the far region. Then in Eritrea, can't forget all my Eritreans, I want to go to Asmara. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I'm saying it right. Asmara, which is the capital, and to Asmara, right? And I want to go there because it's just a beautiful city. I want to go there. I want to just learn the history between, you know, obviously Ethiopia, Eritrea, and all that jazz. And
fun fact: the name of that city, Asmat, comes from the color of a lot of East Africans. When you look at which is a copper, like that caramel.
Word.
If you look at our color, like a lot of they have like it's like a dark but like a copper color.
Word.
Asmat.
I want that.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I want that. Yo.
Yeah. Both you and your cousin, you guys have that copper,
Word.
Which is a very distinctive East African trait. So
Word.
Asmat, which is a better, it's an Arabic word, but it means like copper, like bronze skin, like bronze.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So where's the next place that you want to go?
I think you mentioned some of the other places, so yeah.
Oh, did I mention the other places?
Yeah, you took the words out.
Okay, sorry. Well, I'm gonna take your turn, and then we're gonna go one more time. So think.
I'm all done. No, I'm all done.
You're all done. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just admiring how many places you just.
Okay, so for me, there's a couple more places that I'm gonna end it up right. For me, I also want to go to Nigeria and Ghana. I want to go to Lagos. I want to go to Lagos because I've seen like the inner city culture. Wakanda. We're gonna get that in a second. I see the inner city culture of Lagos. There's some things I don't like about Lagos. I don't like how some certain like parts of Nigeria is getting very Americanized. I don't like that. So sometimes when I watch videos with Lagos, I watch a lot of Nigerian and Ghana movies, and in Lagos I feel like they're trying like. It's too much Western. Like everything they do in the club is Western. I mean, we can share music and stuff, but I just don't want them to lose their heritage and their ethnicity and their culture. You know what I'm saying? But I want to go to Lagos because Lagos is a huge city. I want to party in Lagos. I want to see the culture. I want to see the history of Lagos. But I also want to go to the northern region of Nigeria as well because I want to see my people. The Fulani people. A lot of people say I look Fulani. Could be Fulani, African American. Who really knows? But maybe we'll find out one day. But I want to see the Fulani in the desert. The Wudabi is what they call it in different countries. They're all Fulani. Actually, I think the Wudabi is a sub-ethnic group from the Fulani. They're Fulani, but they broke off because they live in a certain region. I think in Mali or Niger or something. They call them Wudabi. I could be wrong. But they call them Wudabi, which is basically still Fulani, but they changed a little bit.
Are the Fulani and Ashanti related? Are they like distant cousins? Or is it completely?
That's a good question. That's a question that I don't even know. I'm gonna have to find that one out. Ashanti and Fulani. Word, I'm gonna have to find that one out. But I don't think the Fulani are under the Akan people, and I think the Akan people is what Ashantis are under in certain other ethnic groups, like 10 or 15 other ethnic groups. So in Nigeria and Ghana, the same. I want to go to Accra. I always love Ghana people, you know what I'm saying? I love Ghana people because I feel like Ghana people are more reserved. Love Nigerians, but Nigerians are like African Americans like us. They're like, rah, rah, rah. Like they're almost like, yo, like they're so like, not rah in a bad way, but they're so like, yo, I'm Nigerian, like what's good? You know what I'm saying? Like, I love Ghana people, they're like that too. They're prideful, but they're more reserved, I feel like, a lot of Ghana people. So I would love to go see Accra, which is the major city in Ghana, which is, obviously not too far from Nigeria. And I would love to go there. I want to go to Accra. I have a couple of elders that were from Accra, and they're like, go to Accra. And I'm like, I always want to go to Accra. Where else do I want to go? I want to go to Egypt, of course. I got to go see the pyramids before I die, you know what I'm saying? That's our culture, our history. I know there's a lot of Arabs there now, but that's our culture and our history. Don't ever forget that. So I want to go see what my ancestors built.
Can't believe I read that one, Egypt. That's a big one.
Word, I want to go to Egypt and see the pyramids. I also want to go to Sudan and see the Nubian cities that are left, like the modern version of Nubian cities like Napata and Kerma and the pyramids. The most pyramids in Africa, which is actually in Sudan and not Egypt, and even older pyramids, which are in Sudan and not Egypt. And I would love to see Sudan. In Egypt and Sudan, I would love to see the Nubians. I gotta see the Nubians. I have to meet Nubians. I gotta meet the Nubians. One person, two people from the Nubian tribe, I just have to. I love the Nubians because in African American culture, Nubians are like the go-to thing. We'd be like my Nubian queen. Like that's the first thing when we start learning about who we were in like the 20s and 30s and 40s, 1920s, 30s. The first thing we looked at is Egypt because Egypt was very accessible to find out about. Like everybody in the world were talking about Egypt. There was wars going on in Egypt between the British and the Egyptians and stuff like that. So that was a very big topic in the news. Some people, I think, they wonder why African Americans like studied Egypt so much, and it's like, well, because it was a big topic then. Everybody was studying Egypt, not just African Americans. You know what I'm saying? So the Nubians, Where else do I want to go? Want to go to Rwanda, Kigali, with some of the most beautiful women, most underrated women in Africa.
Mountains with the
mountains,
natural patterns.
It's called, in Rwanda they have, and I think in Burundi too, I want to say, because Burundi and Rwanda, I think at one point they were all part of the Rwandan kingdom, and then before that, part of the Congo kingdom, if I'm correct, could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure. And so in Rwanda, they have it's called the land of 1,000 hills. And they have like these hills that are so beautiful, and they have these natural designs around them that look like somebody cut them in there, but they're natural. And also, they are I want to say, the home of tea, just like the home of coffee is Ethiopia, and people don't know that. This is the originator where it comes from. I'm pretty sure Rwanda is the originator of tea. That's where tea came from. They have a lot of tea fields. They have a lot of tea trees. It's funny because sometimes I met this girl from Rwanda, and she's like, I only like tea because I like tea, not because I come from Rwanda. I'm like, it's pretty obvious that you like tea because you come from one of the capitals of tea in the world. You have tea fields everywhere. That's like me coming from America and being like, I never ate a hamburger before. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a culture of a country that's everywhere. I'm pretty sure you like tea because you came from Rwanda. You know what I'm saying? So I also want to see the gorillas and the animals and the silverback gorillas that come down the mountains. I heard that the tea farmers be on the side of the mountain doing the tea, and the silverback gorillas actually walk down, and they're so used to humans, they don't even mess with them. They just walk past them, or they just like eat tea next to them. Like, that would be so amazing. So there, of course, South Africa. I have to go to South Africa, Durban, all these different places in South Africa. You know, South Africa is a very big model destination. I used to model back in the day a little bit, so I would love to go to South Africa to see the natural caverns, to see the ocean, to see the penguins come from the South Pole all the way up to South Africa.
That's incredible, yeah.
Word, like so many places. Namibia. I want to go to the deserts. I want to see the Sand people, right, in South Africa and Namibia. These are all parts of South Africa, but the region South Africa, not the country South Africa.
The Asians,
the Sand people.
Yeah, the Sand people. So what I mean is that there's some theories that say that the Asians are descendants of.
Of course.
The original.
Of course.
Asians.
And also, I want to go there to see the Himba. You know, I want to go to the desert and see the Himba. I always said that there's some girls in Africa that I said will always be my wife. Afara girls, I want to be my wife. Oromo, Fulani, Ashanti. Who else? Ibu. I like Ibu girls. I mean, you know, like this is what I always said when I was growing up. Like when I learned, and also. The Sand, I would love to marry a Sand woman, and I would love to marry a Himba. Man, I love the Himba women. Like in South Africa, they are so beautiful. They're the ones that they put the red clay in their hair, and they protect their hairstyle like that, and they put a little bit of red clay on, and they hunt for raw honey with bees. And man, I love the Himba women. If you haven't seen Himba women, look them up. They wear like these mud cloths, and they braid their hair in all these different kind of designs. But I want to go a lot of places in Africa, and I think we're going to have another video on that because Raheem done capped out on where he wants to go in Africa. And so
you basically named every country.
I know. I'm sorry. Like for like the last 3 minutes, I took over for a second.
Why do you want to go everywhere?
I want to go everywhere. I should say the whole continent. Hopefully, I make it. But yo, guys, as always, Raheem joined us. Thanks so much, my brother, for joining me again. As always, this is my brother anyway, so it's not like you're a co-host. You're like always, you're part of African Network. And so, anything you want to say, Raheem, at the last minute?
Thanks for having me.
Yo, no problem. You're always a man of few words. Yo, as always, add me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
What's up?
Hey.
Shalom.
What up?
Hi.
African.
We back